Senator Natasha Akpoti's defamation case proves to Nigerians beyond reasonable doubt that Tinubu is weaponizing impunity ahead of the 2027 elections. But here's the kicker, and what Tinubu doesn't want you, Nigerians, to know. Nigerians can crush his weaponized impunity. And this case of defamation against Senator Natasha Akpoti proves it again. The 50 million bill granted to Senator Natasha, some people frown at it. They say it's excessive. But then again, it is a victory for Senator Natasha and a victory for Nigerians against weaponized impunity. We are happy about it, even though we demand more. But here is where Nigerians need to put up a fight. Is it possible that Tinubu and Akpabio and the Attorney General have achieved their goal? We talk of weaponized impunity. What is the end game of weaponized impunity? If we get the end game, then it becomes clear whether or not this is total victory or partial victory for Senator Natasha Akpoti on the one hand and for Nigerians on the other hand. What is the end game of weaponized impunity? What is the end game of this weaponized impunity against Senator Natasha? To the extent that despite being the first to complain, she is now the one being prosecuted by an attorney general that is a boy of Tinubu or Tinubu's boy. What is the end game? Weaponized impunity serves only one thing for Tinubu. It is a weapon so far as it helps Tinubu to break the Nigerian spirit, to break the spirit of Nigerians to fight back against corruption, to break that spirit so that in the end, Nigerians give up and do not turn out to come and vote. Voter apathy. Weaponized impunity increases voter apathy. Because at the end of the day, Nigerians will think and say to themselves, whether we do, whether we don't do, they have already written election results. They are powerful. That is all. All of these defamation cases, cyber crime prevention and prohibition law, weaponized, all of it serves one thing: to break the spirit of dissent, to break the spirit of Nigerians to resist. That's all. So the arrest is Senator Natasha, and then we complain and complain, and then they jail her, and then we complain and complain, and then they release her, and then we say, oh, victory. But then look at it again. The same thing happened to Dele Farotimi. They arrested him. We complained and we complained, and then they jailed him or remanded him in prison, and then we complained and complained and complained again. And then they released him, and then we shouted, oh, victory. And then the same thing went on. King, Showore, and the likes. But one thing that Nigerians must take note in all of this happening is the effect of all of these on the spirit of the Nigerian people. How does it affect them? Does it inspire them to fight more, or does it weaken their resolve? Has Tinubu and Akpabio, have they succeeded with Senator Natasha? We're looking at weaponized impunity, and there is a way to crush it. Remember, I said it earlier. Tinubu does not want us to know that we can crush his weaponized impunity. So he dangles all these weaponized impunity tactics in front of us. But we can win. He wants voter apathy. So when Nigerians sit down and they think, 2027, oh, Tinubu has already written election results. What is the need? Any need? Should we even bother? I have seen Nigerians make this complaint. Even voters that came out in 2023 and we are still saying there is high voter apathy. Many of those voters are giving up because of this narrative, because of this weaponized impunity. And that is why Nigerians must crush it, and we can crush it. And the tool to crush it is law patrol. We must all come together to tackle impunity heads on. All of this breaking the rules and saying nothing can happen, it must end. The reason why impunity continues and gives Tinubu the opportunity to weaponize it is because we allow it. We think, oh, there's nothing we can do, so we let them get away with it. But not anymore. With Law Patrol, we put a stop to it so that Nigerians can see a pathway to election victory in 2027. It's something that we must do. They have failed, I must emphasize this, in their attempt to weaponize impunity against Senator Natasha. At least they wanted her imprisoned so that Nigerians can be broken. But there was victory for her. Now, what about the next person? What can we put in place to make sure that this weaponized impunity is de-weaponized and the rule of law is made to reign supreme? What can we do? Law Patrol. We're activating it July 1, and we need all Nigerians to buy into this solution because impunity must stop. If impunity does not stop, 2027 election is gone. We must stop impunity. It is a tool to bring about voter apathy. And once there is voter apathy, it's game over. They have successfully rigged out the election. Forget all this talk about, oh, Tinubu has written the election results and all that. If Nigerians turn out in their millions, it will be difficult for them to write that election result in 2027. They know it. And that is why they are doing all they are doing now, just so that there can be voter apathy. In addition to this reign of weaponized impunity, they have weaponized poverty also. And they have weaponized political party. But right now, let us focus on Law Patrol to de-weaponize impunity. What is your take? If you're tired of rigged elections in Nigeria, this is your chance to contribute, to do something about it beyond just talking. Share this video to at least 3 people that you know need it. And let's make this message go viral so that step by step, share by share, we weaken and de-weaponize impunity. We kick impunity out and we ready ourselves for transparent, free, fair, and credible election in 2027, which is the only path for a new Nigeria, to a new Nigeria that we know is possible. Let's talk about weaponized poverty.